Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tech Show with Daryoush. My name is Daryoush, your host. Our guests tonight are Captain Kurt Roskopf, also known Special K Ambassador from the Disability Channel US, Emily Goldmer from the Onward and Upward, and our special guest tonight, Miss Carolyn Wilson from For My Card Digital Business Cards. And she's a proud HMP member, as you can see in her background. Uh, Tonight, I'm going to start about an experience I faced the other day on the clubhouse in one of the marketing rooms. Someone mentioned that for no reason, it is 2 weeks that the website, their website is not listed at the top of the search engines, and they're trying to figure it out what is wrong. They cannot find any problem, anything, no change on the search engines algorithms, nothing, and they don't know what's going on. This is the problem, cybersecurity. When a website is distributing malware, search engines remove it from the top of the search results for the security of the users. But search engines do not scan websites regularly, and they collect these informations from the mostly antivirus companies that has a extension for the browsers. Many people are using Chrome. Some people do not have any antivirus or firewall on their computer at all, and do not see any problem, do not notice any problem. If you use Firefox, so many times you will see that when you want to open a website, sometimes you may see Firefox blocks it and gives you a warning that this website has not a good reputation, has been recorded, has been registered as a website that distributes malware virus. Be careful. Their recommendation is not to go into that website. At the same time, if you check that same website on the Chrome, you don't get any message, and you just open the website, and your computer may get infected. Be careful about this, because when such a thing happens, sometimes 3-4 months after the website is distributing malware, it is identified it is added to the list of the search engines and gets blacklisted and goes to the top of the list. This is one of the cases that we always say, no matter what, you have anything important on your website or not, securing your website is important, even if you have a single under construction page. It is valuable for a hacker to host virus, to host malware, to host so many things, and use it for their whatever they want to do. So whenever you face such kind of things, it is already for at least 3 months, your website is distributing malware, and definitely your computer is infected too. And as I always say, do not think that by scanning a backup of your website files and scripts with a computer antivirus, you can make sure that it is okay or not. These scripts are designed these antiviruses are designed to run on Windows computers, not on a server. They cannot identify malwares on the server. They can only identify that script or malware that is going to be copied to your computer, not the main script that hackers are using to take control of your website. And if their malware script is deleted, they can add it again. It is very fast for them. This is very important. And remember, if you, for any reason or for no reason, you are down on the search results and you are losing your ranking, everything, this is a security issue and you must take necessary action as soon as possible. And as I always say, prevention is better than cure, because sometimes for the cure you have to pay so much. During the, as you know, I'm one of the co-hosts of the HMP Ability Happy Neighborhood Project sessions for the ability community. And also I joined to some of the other clubhouse sessions. And in one of them, I met an interesting person, and what they are offering is very helpful. And this is the product that For My Card company is offering. I pass the microphone to Carolyn so that she can better introduce their service, and then we go back to ask a few questions for them. You're very welcome to a Tech Show with Daryoush, Carolyn, and microphone is yours.
Thank you so much. This is a lot of fun to be here with you. I appreciate the invitation. It's great to see some fun, friendly faces from around the Happy Neighborhood Project. So we met, as you said, at a breakout session, and I found it fascinating what you do and how you bring such added value to what you do with creating websites too. I just love learning how colors matter that are on your websites, because there are people, maybe it's considered not a disability, but an advantage, that some colors are easier to see for some people than others. And then you're able to help bring that to people's commerce and keep their websites ADA compliant. So that's what sparked our after the breakout session to have one-to-one meeting to learn more about what you do. And you were very generous to send me some information, and I learned a lot about cybersecurity. Things I was like, oh, you go around thinking, la da 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 da, I'm fine, but it can happen to any of us. So thank you for helping us stay safe in the cyber world. And our company is For My Card. It's a digital business card service that is only $49.99 US, and that is for a year. Let's say that again, for 1 year. I don't know why people sometimes hear that is for a month. If you want a month, it's $4.99. What we do is, it was very important to us. We've been in the graphic arts business and print world for 36 years. People are nice when they find out what you do and you start to build that relationship. They want to be able to do a little bit of business with you, and they'll typically ask if we print their business cards. The print side of our world catered more to retail, big retail chains. So stopping presses to do a box of business cards wasn't really cost effective. And it seemed, now that we're all carrying these devices in our hands, these computers in our hands wherever we go, ineffective. So my husband created this idea of taking a business card just like the printed, branded, professional business card, and try to transfer that in a digital way where people are still very comfortable receiving the For My Card. It's not intimidating. It doesn't feel like buy my stuff, or you're going to be put on a list, or you become the product, right? So it looks like it is touch responsive, and people can put as much content connected to their For My Card as they like. I have several links on mine for some free networking around the happy neighborhood, and then 2 twice a month sponsored by For My Card. So that's kind of what we do. A little bit, a short amount of time.
Kurt, do you have questions? We don't hear you.
Is the computer muted? You look good though, Kurt.
You are muted at the moment.
It's something we've heard this past since 2020 and networking virtually.
Try exiting the Zoom and restart it again. Maybe it solves your problem. Okay, until the Kurt comes back. I know the QR codes are like the one at the top right of the screen for the Carolyn, and these the complexity of the dots and squares are related to the amount of the content that you put into the QR code, and the more information you add, the more complex these dots are. Sometimes they are very condensed, and sometimes they are so scattered. So comparing to the barcode, you can put so much information on the QR codes. At some point, it is very convenient because you can just show someone's your QR code, and he can scan it on his phone and has your information. And if the phone is connected to the computer, you can be easily synced to the computer, and all your and it is added on automatically to your contact list. But can subscribers, do they have any access to the archive of their contacts, everything they there? Can they collect if what happens if two people, both of them are your subscribers, when they connect, when they want to scan each other, does your service identify that they are connected and connect them locally, or no, it is completely independent?
It is independent. We are going to onboard where people can create their own directories or opt into a big directory. And then you mentioned the QR code on the For My Card accounts. The people can take their QR code, download the file, and it's a file that it's going to look good if it's printed on a business card, or if it's on the side of a truck or a billboard, it will still work. And they can absolutely use that as much as possible. Make it work while you're sleeping, and post it on social media, leave the business card on social media, have a way and for people to order, or maybe fill out a contact form if they wake up in the middle of the night. Sometimes we fall down the rabbit hole of the internet.
So
that's a great way. I like to offer too that people, when they share it in a text message, so that you can put the person in your contacts. And if, even in person, or even like this on a Zoom call, you can take a picture and send it to them too. And so it kind of helps make a friendly way for both parties to remember each other.
So that's good, because in any way, by you using your service, only the information that they provide is stored on your system. That's all. And all people's contacts, clients, everything will be stored on their own systems, either on their phone or on their computer. So
that's right.
they have They have their all own data. That's good.
Yes.
Kurt, are you back?
Look at that great picture.
Kurt? Okay, let's see what's going on.
Something we've been talking about this week, people didn't realize, if someone changes their career, or maybe they change a title, they've been promoted, all of that can be changed and updated on their account, their For My Card account. There's no additional fees. It's either $4.99 a month or $49.99 a year. People could go in and change it every day if they really wanted to, and whether it's the front of the card, the graphics. Someone asked me about their company tends to put holiday logos out for different times of the year. Are they able to change out the way their card looks for that to keep compliant with what the marketing team is doing? Absolutely can do that.
That's
Still
interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah. People networking virtually, and when we first started doing this about 7 years ago, kind of was like, why do I need that? And then over the last couple of years, it was getting more traction. 2020 came and people were like, yes, now I need this. And it's fun to hear the success they're having with a $50 investment, increasing their sales 45% by just using the QR code and texting out their business cards.
That's very interesting. That's very good. Welcome back, Kurt.
Yay, Kurt.
Hello. Thank you. Yeah, I had problems with my other device, but with For My Card, my experience has been when I came into Zoom networking with the Happy Neighborhood Project, we've got several links to share, and you're typing up.
Kurt,
Yes.
are you are on the Clubhouse, but your microphone for Clubhouse is muted. There is there is an audience, someone in the audience and cannot hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do for that at the moment. I'm not seeing my unmute. Or here, let me.
She left.
That's good. I could always turn my microphone on and
There we go.
Okay.
do that way.
Is
But
that coming through now?
Yes, Carolyn, I invited you to the speakers. So when you join when someone joins, they can hear you too.
Okay, so I was describing how at the Happy Neighborhood Project for the year that I've been participating, it was a process of adjusting what I was doing in the chat session of the Zoom meetings for H&P Business Networking, and having, a product like For My Card. This is what the Happy Neighborhood Project taught us, is that it's very effective to have a link by For My Card, because you can share more information with less space, and it's more friendly to what the professionals are wanting. They just want it real quick, your contact information. But when they have the link for the For My Card, they're able to see the multiple links, like your social media and your homepage and the different stuff you've got going on. It's all available through the For My Card link. So Carolyn, is that how are you sharing it that way with people at H&P? I mean, I figure whether you talk about it or not, that's what we like about having a For My Card link, correct?
Yes, thank you. Yes, we hear our fearless, happy leader, Edwin, tell us, don't put anything more in the chat than can fit on a business card. And this is one line, and it's a hyperlink to connect all that information. And same thing with the QR code. Just makes it super easy. And again, keeps it branded and compliant. There are so many wonderful folks that are hustling out there and working hard and want to increase their sales that have to stay brand compliant. So maybe a free service, they absolutely are not allowed to do that. And these are some of the big heavy hitters. But there are also, a one truck driving landscaper who paid a lot of money for their logo and they want to keep that brand compliant. And so I mentioned that we also have a printing company. So sometimes people ask us to incorporate other things they need, signs for their vehicles or their decals for their store door. So it has their, little information and then their QR code. And there's a company out here that rents umbrellas and chairs on the beach, seasonal. They were up 45%. The only thing he did was add a For My card and put it on his rack cards and things. And started taking Venmo and Cash App straight from his For My card. So that's fun. Here's something that came out recently that I was like, I couldn't figure out a reason why not. A For My card person wanted to monetize his For My card.
If you raise your hand, I will add you to the speakers, and audience can hear you.
Thank you.
Okay, you are invited now.
There we go.
Yes. Okay. Okay. One question. When someone subscribes to your service, assuming I join, subscribe to the service, create my card, and can I embed it on my website?
Absolutely. It's going to drive people to the website. That's part of the reason to have one is
It has a script or an iframe. How?
But the individual who runs the website, they would have access to do that. But and the other side of that is the For My card will drive traffic to websites. And sometimes, for example, people that have a lot of products, a lot of different products for sale, may want to highlight something and drive traffic, say, to a monthly special or a seasonal special. Things that come to mind are some of like Mary Kay we've worked with. So we get invited to their district meetings and help those teams increase their sales. So they'll have one button on their For My card that it will be seasonal specials because they bring out beautiful different palettes and products each season. And their good clients and customers and prospects can just go right there, see what's new and how to freshen up their beautiful look. So, and that's just one example.
Okay. Thank you so much. Kurt, do you have any other questions from Carolyn?
Well, I mean, I know you're doing a lot of other activities, Carolyn, so I kind of have witnessed you building a little bit of high touch to go with the high tech, because I think it's probably fine having I don't want to call it gadgety, but it's a tool and it's where you can enter your data and you can do all this digital stuff. But you also, have different events that you do. You're doing master classes at HMP. Can you speak to that a little bit in terms of what For My card does for professionals to help them implement it and be the person behind the digital references that they put on the For My card page?
Thank you. That is the fun. Everybody has the parts that light them up and it's their favorite things to do. And mine is to interact and meet people, learn their story, and figure out how I can introduce them to some other great people. So For My card does host speed networking twice a month on the second and fourth Mondays of the month. And those links are on my For My card. And then the HMP masterclass is a blast. We do incorporate some speed networking in there, but we talk about best practices as well, because I definitely thought I knew what networking was when this was way back in the olden days, the 1900s, actually, to be not precisely exact. But so way back then when we were using paper cards, I thought, oh, okay, you go in, you hand them out, blah, blah, blah. You just shotgun them, you grab a bunch and off you go. Or you hang out with the people that you know, or you just kind of hang back against the wall and you look for an excuse to leave. So all horribly ineffective ways to network. And so that we'd like to, we go over some of those things at the masterclass, but in a really fun way, because fun is a love language, which I don't think they put it in the book yet, but we're gonna have to add that to the book.
Thank you. Our time is up and we have to wrap it up. Uh, Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope the information that we provided, you found them helpful for your business and for your work. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Carolyn's website is formycard.com, right?
.com or .net will work. Yes,
Both
thank
of them. And Kurt, Kurt at thedisabilitychannel.us, and with me, contact at autonet.tech. Also questions at the autonet.tech. We would be glad to answer your questions or invite you to join our one of our sessions. Have a good weekend and stay safe. Thank you.